Hello, everyone, and welcome to Shape Up number 10. If you're following in sequence, we're working on session 10 today. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to begin with our three-way leg swing. So focusing on that forward swing there and back, working on keeping that body up nice and straight, and focusing on the balance on the stationary leg. We're going to aim for 10 repetitions for 8, 9, and 10, and then crossing it over for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so bending at that left knee, we're going to open the knee to the side, working on the glutes for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so changing it over to the other side, nice big lift forward and back for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then crossing it over for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then bending the knee and then opening it to the side, squeezing the glute as you open the knee to the side for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so let's bring the feet nice and wide. We're gonna move side to side, bending into those knees. So just remember, if you can't bend over and get right down to the floor here where you can touch and really drive those hips back, we can move side to side just like this. Remember, don't push into the kneecaps, so you're just using your upper thigh just as a little bit of guidance here. I'm not putting any weight into the knees. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we'll just bring it into the center. And then just around your back, let's slowly round it up. Then standing up nice and tall, we're going to do the quadricep stretch. Bring the heel towards the glute, and then just switching sides. Remember not to hold too long. We're working dynamically here, not statically. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more. This is 10. All right, so bring it back to center. We're going to bring the right leg back here, pushing that heel towards the floor. You're going to pump that heel up and down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we'll change sides. Pressing that other heel to the floor, big pump up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so standing up nice and tall here, we're gonna work around the core. So bring those arms around, twisting through the core for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's bring it back to center. Big pull front to back, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we'll open the arms and cross them over, just as if you're hugging, giving yourself a big hug. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then big lift to the sky, big reach for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then rotating at your elbows, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then of course reversing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then let's do some rotations. And then in the other direction. Good, and then circles. And in the other direction. And then just maybe some rotations through the shoulders and then forward rotations. All right. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to begin first today with our cardio warm-up. So we're going to start off with 8 different exercises on this round, and we're going to do 30 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest. The first exercise we're going to do is the high knees. I just kind of like to start sometimes with this one because it's a little bit more on the lower end. And so just remember, you can do high intensity. You've got your jumps in there like this, and then you've got your low intensity high knees. Get the arms involved. Okay, so let's get ready. Counting down in 4, 3, 2, 1. So we've got that low impact movement, and then we've got that high impact movement. Okay, so just pumping that out now. And 13 seconds left. We're going to move into doing squats next. 8 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so let's bring it into some squat movements up and down. We didn't get to the squats in our dynamic warm-up, so this is a good time to get them in. All right, so really driving those hips back, keeping that chest up. Remember, don't fold so far forward in this where that your chest is meeting your upper thighs. I see that commonly as a mistake. So just keep pumping that up, keep that chest up a little bit. 10 seconds left. Okay. Okay, so we have jumping jacks next. And then you've got your lower impact jumping jack. Okay, so picking one of those jumping jacks, get ready. Here we go, let's pump that out nice and strong. Okay, so you can use speed also to increase intensity. I mean, we are putting the jumping motions in there, so that's definitely up there. And then just to bring everything down into a lower impact, you just take your jumps and your speed out of the movements. Okay, you're just working on like mobility and range of motion. You're just getting things worked out. Okay. Fast feet or football shuffle side to side. And again, you can use a wide variation. You can bring it low, narrow. You can do the 2 in between. Okay, so you can work back and forth. That'll increase the intensity as well, working the 2 of them together. So pump that out. All right, almost there. Okay, so we're gonna do jumping jack with the arms to the front. Okay, and then you've got your lower impact movement. Okay, so here we go. And 25 seconds. Coming up next, we're going to be doing some toe taps to the front. In 10 seconds. 5, 4, impact, toe taps without the jumps. Okay, here we go. Coming up after this one, we're gonna do one squat, one lunge, one squat, one lunge. 14 seconds. And 10. Almost there now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we've got one squat and then one lunge forward, and then you're going to do that squat again, and then just change sides for the lunge. Okay, here we go. And just remember, when you're doing that lunge, you're bending into both knees at the same time. The lunge doesn't look like this, where you keep the leg extended, and you definitely don't do a heel back. So you come into the lunge, you come up, that heel stays off the floor all the time. Okay, coming up next, we're going to do some butt kicks with squats. We'll do the high impact and the low. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then squat down 1, 2. Or you got 1, 2, 3, 4 without the jumps. Okay, and then also too, you can do the 4 butt kicks with those jumps, and then you can do 2 jump squats if you want to try those. Oh, lots of options. Okay, so 15 seconds left. Pumping it out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, okay, let's grab a drink, and let's actually just move right on to the mat first today. We're gonna focus on some core work, and then we'll mix it up a little bit in that way. All right, so I'll just move my mat a little bit closer to you guys. Just check my screen out here, make sure that you can fully see me. Oh, working with technology. That's definitely been my learning curve over this whole process. Okay. Okay, so the first exercise we're going to do, we're going to bring it into 30 seconds of work and just 8 exercises. So let's start first with the feet to the sky, and we're going to do circles. You're going to go in one direction. Then after you come to the center, then you're going to go reverse into the other direction. So maintaining that pelvic tilt here. So when I say pelvic tilt, I mean that you can't get your hands into the lower back. So that means that there's a tilt and that the lower back is pressed onto the floor at all times during the exercise. You're not popping up that lower back. Okay, so let's get ready. 3, 2, 1. We'll go in one way, then reverse. Remember to breathe, don't hold the breath. All right, so let's bring the hips up. We're going to do the bridges up and down. So pushing through the heels of the feet, really focusing on squeezing the butt. And breathing out as you lift. Almost there, guys. Okay, so let's draw the soles of the feet together. We're going to lift up. The right arm goes to the left knee. The left palm goes to the right knee. seconds left. Okay, so coming up to all fours, we're going to do alternating arm and leg. So nice lift out, back down, out, back down. Okay, so when you're extending that those opposite arm and leg to one another, make sure that you're getting a nice hold at the top. Don't rush the movement, keep the abs tight. Okay, so lifting opposite arm and leg for 2 lifts and then changing sides, 1, 2. Okay, so 3 sets left after this one. Nine seconds, and then we're going to come into plank position. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so coming into plank, we're going to do hip dip side to side. So hip dip side to side. Okay, so pumping that out nice and strong for 20 seconds. Four, 3, 2, 1. Okay, resting on the forearms. So my forearms are rested on the floor. Fingertips are facing the feet. And we're going to do double leg bicycle. So do a couple in the forward motion, then stop, and then do it in the reverse. So do a couple in the reverse, stop, and then do a couple in the forward position. 10 seconds. Okay, so bring the right leg to the sky, do a slow motion lower, then bring it right up, and then change sides. Slow motion, and then lift, and then lower. Slow motion, pelvic tilt, working the abs, lift and lower. Up, down, go slow, then power up, and then back down again. Good, okay, so let's rest up. Nice work on that, guys. Grab a drink. I forgot to bring my water down here. Okay, I guess I don't get to have a drink. Oh boy. Okay, so we're gonna grab your dumbbells and we're gonna do a 40-second work count and a 10-second rest, but we're gonna focus all on the upper body first. So we're gonna begin with some dumbbell lateral raises. Okay, so we're gonna do dumbbell lateral raises to the side. Focus on bending into the knees, belly nice and tight, and then lifting to the side. Okay, so let's get ready. Okay, so here we go, lifting it out to the side. So remember to breathe, don't hold the breath. Now remember when you're doing this one, we're focusing on keeping a slight bend in the elbow as you lift out to the side. You're not locking the elbows out and you're not bending them really at 90 degrees. We're just keeping a small bend. Okay, so 10 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so palms facing forward. We're going to do arm curls for biceps. So breathing out. Nice big lift up. So remember, just don't hold your breath as you lift those arms up. Remember to breathe. Keeping the knees nice and soft, keeping the abs tight. Really focusing on that form. Okay, so we're down to 17 seconds. And we're going to do triceps coming up next. So let's keep it going nice and strong for 7 seconds left. Okay, so flattening your back, tucking your elbows in, and then let's extend the arms from the elbows, focusing on kickback. So just remember to breathe out as you lift the arms, and then just another tip, don't fly the arms, as in don't lift the elbow past the back. You want to keep the elbow tucked to the side, and then lifting forward and back. Okay, 14 seconds left, and we're going to do some rear flies. 9 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so arms come down. We're going to do flying to the side. Now, if you're looking at me from the side view, the arms are forward in this position. Okay, so the arms are not flying backwards, but they're coming out to the sides. Okay, so you should see them in the peripheral vision. At least you should see the dumbbell. 20 seconds left. Almost there. 9 seconds. Let's keep it going nice and strong. Big push. Coming up next, we have shoulder press. Okay, so we're going to alternate the arms on this one. Big press up. Keeping the knees bent a little bit. Okay, so now when you're doing this one and I say bend the knees, I don't mean like so that you're like sort of like leaning like this. I want bend the knees, thinking of your center of gravity as your belly button. Things are moving in this direction, okay? Five seconds. Okay, so palms are facing in. We're going to do arm curls up and down. Breathing out as you lift. Okay, so palms are facing in. That's the difference in between the one that we did in the beginning where the palms are facing up. So just make sure that the palms are facing in. Okay, we have 2 sets left after this one. <clears throat> 16 seconds, guys. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so you're gonna cup your dumbbell just like this. We're gonna bring it behind the back into a split stance. You're gonna lift up and down. Okay. Okay, coming up next, we're going to be doing some front raises for the anterior delt. That's the muscle right here in the front of the shoulder. 14 seconds. And 10 left. Almost there now, guys. Don't give up. Keep it going. Okay, so big lift to the front. Okay, now you can also alternate them if you like. Okay, and then if you find that you only have like a certain weight and maybe it's too heavy to do the single arms, you can do a double arm lift like this using a single dumbbell. Okay, so we have 5 seconds left. Okay, good job. Okay, so let's rest up. We're going to move into something different. So this is going to be a mix of things. You've got a little bit of cardio, a little bit of core, a little bit of weights. Okay, so it's going to be 10 exercises. Again, we'll go for 40 seconds of work. We'll transition at 15 seconds this time. Okay, so for the first exercise, yeah, we're going to bring that right into some cardio work. So this is going to be 4 high knees, and then you do 2 lunges to follow up. So you can do the low impact movement, or you can do the high impact movement, but you're going to go 4. So you count each 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you just step into lunge. 1, and then 2 on the opposite side. And then you come back, you do the 4 high knees and the 2 lunges. Okay, so let's get ready. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so 4 high knees, 2 lunges. And remember we talked about with those lunges that when you step forward into that lunge, the heel stays off the floor. Okay, so just remember that the heel does not come into contact with the floor. Three, 2, 1. Okay, let's do some chest presses. Then you can bring the feet to the sky and incorporate your abs. Okay, so palms are facing forward, bending at the elbow 90 degrees. And then nice big lift up. All right. Coming up after this one, we have bicycles. Excuse me. 20 seconds left, pushing the arms up to the sky, keeping the abs nice and tight if the legs are to the sky. 10 seconds, guys. Okay, so bringing the arms up, this is the little bit of the harder version. So the upper back and neck are off the floor, you're doing the bicycles, or you can lay the upper body onto the floor and just continue with the bicycle. Okay, so just remember, either way, you're keeping that pelvic tilt as you do the bicycle, okay? Okay, so coming up next, we're going to be doing a combination of jumping jack with a squat. So we'll talk about the 2 variations for that. 14 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we've got the jumping jack and then the squat down. Okay, and then alternatively, we've got the jumping jack, arm and legs, and then the squat. Okay, here we go. So jumping jack or jumping jack, arm and legs without the jump, and then just the regular squat. Okay. Coming up after this one, we're redoing four pulsing lunges, and then we're just going to change feet. 10 seconds. Okay, so you're going to step forward. We're going to pulse it out for 4 pulses. Push it back, and then just change feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so pulsing it out. Remember, it's not a full movement up and down, it's just little minis. Okay, coming up after this one, we're going to be doing bird dogs next. Okay, we're going to do bird dogs, but we're going to round out the back. So we're just changing it up from the original one we did in the beginning here. 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so bird dog, arm and leg, then elbow to knee, arm and leg extended, change sides. Arm and leg, elbow to knee, arm and leg, and change sides. Okay, here we go. Okay, so on the next one after this, we're going to do 2 jumping jack leg movements, and then we're going to do some sumo squat touchdowns. So 2 jumping jacks, 2 sumo legs. 14 seconds, guys. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so you got 2 of these, and then we're going to go 1 and 2. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. Okay, so you've got your low impact. All right, so you do 2 of these, and then you break down. You go 1, step it in, step it out, 2. Okay, so 2, 1, 2, and then you've got the 2 of these. 1, step it in, step it out, 2. You can also do it in this style, go 1 and then up, and then down again. Okay, so coming up next, we're going to be doing front raise and side lateral raise. Okay, so front raise, lateral raise, front raise, lateral raise. Okay, so 30 seconds, and we're going to do some crossovers. So just pump that out, guys. Almost there, 10 seconds, don't give up, let's keep it going. Okay, so crossing it over, you're going to lift up, breathe out, rotate to that one side. Okay, so just remember, based on the strength, it's going to be don't do that. Just stay down and work with your range of motion. That could be a quarter movement, you know, a half movement, whatever you can do. Okay, let's do some curtsy lunges. So you're gonna take your weights. We're gonna do little curtsies, stepping that foot back. So when you step that foot back, you're stepping it back on a slight angle. Okay, last set. Almost there now. $20 seconds left. All right, okay, so let's rest up. Good work, guys. We're gonna bring it into some unilateral work next. So let's grab a quick drink, and then we're just gonna need a couple different weight varieties. You're gonna need maybe something a little bit light, something a little bit heavy. Okay, so for the first exercise, unilateral now, we're doing all one side first, and then we change it over to the next side on the next set. Okay, so we've got 14 exercises, but 7 exercises total, but 14 sets, okay? So you're gonna tuck this elbow into the side. We're gonna begin first by kicking that back for tricep kickback, okay? All right, get in position, starting in 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that elbow's tucked in. We're kicking it back, and you're utilizing this part of the muscle right here. This is the muscle in the back of the arm. That's our triceps. Okay, so almost there, guys. We have 15 seconds left, then we're going to change sides. Okay. Okay, so changing sides, we're resting first and then just kicking it over to the other side. So remember to breathe, don't hold the breath. Okay, here we go. So just pumping that out. Nice and strong, don't give up. Almost there, guys. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we're going to bring it back into the lunge position, and then you're going to do a bicep curl and then step back. But again, you're going to do all the one side. Okay, so just remember that when you're doing this one, again, I must say that with that lunge, you keep the back heel off the ground, and then you just step back into that position and then step back again. Okay, so remember, it's not a forward lunge, it's a back step lunge. Okay, and then just really come up onto those toes, keeping the heel off the floor. It's definitely not one where you go down and then you step it back like this, okay? A lot of people make that mistake. 4 seconds. Okay, so changing sides now. Okay, so let's keep that going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Okay, coming up next, we're going to do some one arm rows. Ten seconds. Okay, so folding forward, we're going to do one arm row, lifting that arm up and down. So nice big squeeze into the back as you do this. Breathing out. Okay, so remember to breathe out as you pull the arm upwards and inhale as you go downwards. And then just another little tip on this one, making sure that you're leaning forward. Okay, so my back is flat and my hips come out here at the back. Okay, so a lot of the times I see people, they're like way up here, too high up to doing a row. They're not even in that position parallel, almost parallel to the floor. Okay, so let's change sides now. So changing feet, changing arms, and making sure that you're rowing that up and down. So again, fold over those hips, lengthen your spine. I don't want to see this rounding out and crunching up. Just keep the back nice and flat, really flow through the crown of the head, right through the tail. So coming up next, we're going to focus on some balance. So we're going to be doing some calf raises. Three, two, one. Okay, so tucking the foot behind the one foot, and then we're lifting up into the toes. Breathing out as you lift. And using both dumbbells. Now, if your balance is really off and you're having a hard time with that one, you can either ditch the weight or you can put your hand on the wall, use the weight on the working side of the leg. Okay, so a couple different variations you can do. Sometimes just maneuvering the balance is hard enough, right? Okay, and then 10 seconds, we're going to change to the other side. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so let's change over now to the other side. So big lift up. Okay, here we go. Start it up. So we're going to do some unilateral abs next, but we're going to use a dumbbell for the next set. So 20 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to bring my right leg to the sky, followed by my left arm. I'm going to push my dumbbell up towards the foot and then lower back down. Breathe out and lower back down. Okay, so then we'll change sides after this set. And just remember to breathe out as you push that dumbbell up, exhaling that air out. And also too, with that leg to the sky, you have to remember that you have to have a pelvic tilt. So the lower back is connected with your mat. Okay, 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Okay, change sides, guys. So after this set, we have 4 stats left. That means there's 2 exercises left. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to do something for the glutes coming up next. "14 seconds. Keep it pumping. Those abs should be feeling it now, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we're gonna do donkey kick pulses. So my knee's bent at 90 degrees. I'm not hugged in here. I'm not extended over here. So keep it bent at 90. Push the sole of the foot to the sky, pulsing it. Okay, so I'm not swinging it all the way through and lifting it up again. All right, just keep it up there and pulse the movement. So you'll really feel that burn in the glute, in the cheek. So just keep it going, keep the abs contracted, focusing on the core. Okay, 14 seconds. Okay, so pulsing it out here. Switching sides, keeping that knee bent at 90 degrees. Don't extend it. Okay, don't swing it all the way through. You're keeping that pulse on. Okay, so really working the form on that one. Okay, the last exercise we're going to do, it's going to focus on balance. Five seconds. Okay, so standing, and we're going to bring the knee up. We're going to focus on that balance on that one side. Okay, so let's get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so if you're having some trouble, maybe in one finger just touching the wall. We'll really try to focus on that. Now, if you're finding that's not a big challenge for you, try closing your eyes and see, because that'll change how the exercise works. 19 seconds. Eight left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, resting, and then we're just changing it over to the other side. Okay, so it's getting ready. So this is our last exercise, our last round, and then we're going to stretch it out. Okay, here we go, another 40 seconds. Now make that work for you. And almost there, guys. We have almost 20 seconds left here. Counting down. Remember to breathe, don't hold the breath. Okay, nice, good job, guys. Okay, so let's rest up. We're gonna stretch it out. So standing up nice and tall, we're gonna bring that heel to the glute, stretch. Now we get to hold it. And again, now if you're having some issues with that, that balance, hand on the wall or chair works great for this stretch. And just remember to breathe, don't hold the breath. And then we'll just change over to the other side. I hope you guys enjoyed the class today. Stuck in a nice variety of things between core and glutes and upper body strength and some cardio. I didn't kill your legs today either, so. Okay, so let's cross the right one over the left one and then just fold forward down towards the floor if you can. If not, and then just rest your palms onto the shins, fold forward. You can even take a hold of the calf muscles here. If you find that your flexibility, you can't get the fingertips to the floor, bring them to the calves and then just gently pull maybe in a little bit using the arms. And then you can release it too, right? So you can do a little bit of proprioception where you can get the muscles, the ligaments and the tendons through the nervous system to loosen up a little bit by doing a little bit of movement and tension, just like I was showing you there. Okay, so big reach to the sky, reach to the left, reach to the right, reach to the left, reach to the right, reach right up there towards the sky, lower those arms down, connect them. And bring them to the center, around to the front, roll the back a little bit. So I'm rolling my shoulders in, and then I'm going to take my thumbs, I'm going to roll them fingers out now. I'm opening the chest, and then I can roll back in again, and then roll back out again. Okay, so we work the calf muscles. Let's stretch those. Let's bring the right leg behind, pushing that heel to the floor. And change sides. Good, come back to center, bring the palms to the sides, reaching. Good, and then bring the palms to the lower back here. I'm supporting my lower back. And then draw the shoulder blades together, lift the heart towards the sky. You're just opening up through here, but you're also getting a little bit of a stretch through the abs. Good, and rest. And then I always like to finish off with some elbow rotations in and out. And then some wrists as well. In and out, don't forget one direction. You always follow up with the other direction. And then up and down. Good. All right, guys, nice work. I hope you enjoyed the session for today, and we'll see you next week for session number 11. All right. Bye for now. Have a great week. Take care.